land a little flatter before I can get out. Come on. Dang it! Don't mess with me! Alright. Welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm KnowItAllDM. How's everybody doing today? I'm having a great day today. Today I am heading up to get some pentaxic crystals, and by that I mean I'm going to the moon to get blue crystals to turn into pentaxic crystals. Too bad I can't see the moon. Maybe that's the moon. I need pentaxic crystals so that I can actually, go from planet to planet, and I am going to make a trip to Omicron in order to get eggplant parts in order to make energy pills in order to make emergency rations. Now, the emergency rations, I have everything else I need. I have all the plants are growing. I've got the plastic materials. I've got just everything else. But the only thing that I cannot get on Akua to make emergency rations is eggplant parts. So I'm heading to Akua's moon to pick up some blue crystals, and then I'll turn them into pentaxic crystals, and we're going to take a trip to Omicron. I'll be back. And in case you were wondering, this is what the blue crystals on the moon look like. There are fields and fields of blue crystals just all over on this side of the moon. Now, just like the other planets, the moon is also procedurally generated. So, with a seed, so that it is random. But on my seed, they're all clustered together over on one side of the moon, and pretty much all the POIs are on the other side of the moon. Now, one thing that I noticed on my way here is that for some reason, the drones on this planet are shooting at the crashed ship POI, which I have not yet discovered. And unfortunately, it's actually within range of the drone base on the moon. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to actually explore the crashed ship because they're probably going to blow it up. But that's, it's something that just another POI I won't be able to explore with you guys, at least not in the normal fashion. Now, they might not do a whole lot of damage to it, but for some reason they are attacking it, and I have no idea why. So, anyway, I'm going to continue gathering up crystals, and when I've got enough that I feel comfortable going into space to another planet, I'll be back. Okay, so I've got about 130, a little bit more than 130 blue crystals. So I'm going to head on back into space and then to Akua. And I'm going to make up some pentaxic crystals, and we'll get our adventure started. So I am back, and let's throw up some pentaxic crystals, and I meant, craft up some pentaxic crystals. Let's see. I wish they stacked more than just 10, but they don't. Hold on, I'll be back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, so let's craft up. Well, I'm going to need more pentaxic crystals than that, but I want to show you, actually, let me do this. If that's all I can do there, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I mean, they're doing it rather quickly, but let me get this one down here working on them as well. Yeah, my buttons are getting all wonky. Alright, you should be able to craft up. Alright, and then when I get back, whoa! When I get back up here, you should be almost done, if not complete, with yours. And I can just do this again. Haha. And that should finish off my pentaxid crystals. Now, I'm going to take extras just in case, but it shouldn't take more than, you know, a few to get to where we're going. So, you may be thinking, okay, which ship am I going to take? Am I going to take the Last Hope, or am I going to go over there and take the Onslaught? Because, you know, traveling from one planet to another requires a capital ship. Well, my answer is neither. I am going to take the shuttle. And you're thinking, but the shuttle is a light vessel. It's a small vessel. It doesn't have warp drive and that sort of things. And you know what? You are absolutely correct. It does not, but I have a little surprise. And after I get this pentaxid stored in here, I will show you the little surprise. And we're off. Now, I took some time off camera and I crafted up something specifically for the shuttle. And I'm going to need food. Well, I'm just going to eat one of my emergency rations because that's what we're actually trying to get anyway. Since I'm, you know, already heading into space. I crafted up a capital ship specifically for the shuttle. Now, I'm going to have to find it. There it is. See it way out there off in the middle of nowhere? Now, this capital ship I haven't named yet. I thought of names for it, but the only thing I can think of is simply calling it a landing platform. Because in all honesty, that's what it is. It's basically a landing platform. And as we get closer, you will see what I'm talking about. Whoa! Bounce off of it, why don't you? Okay, so it is quite literally nothing but a landing platform. It's a landing platform with mobile capabilities. So I'm going to land on this platform. And dock on it. And I'm going to need to make sure that I'm straight, which I am not. But to make this easier, let's go ahead and turn you on. Because now, actually, did that just turned off the let's get in here. Turn you on. Turn you on. And now I have gravity. So, let's get this shuttlecraft centered. Okay, that should be... No? I need to go forward quite a bit more. Why is it all wonky? It did perfectly fine before. Alright, I'm going to get the shuttlecraft centered, and then I'll be back. Okay, it only took one more try to get it centered. So let's turn off the shuttlecraft. Actually, I'm just going to leave you extended. So here we are on the platform, and the basics of the shuttlecraft, or the basics of this landing platform. You've just got the cockpit. I've got a medic station so that I can respawn here if need be. Got an O2 station. Then out here I've got this little platform which I can, you know, come out on, and it really serves no purpose right now. It's just, you know, a nice little platform that I can, it's like a deck. You know, I can come out here and look at things. But it will serve me well. Now, all the mechanics and everything are under here, including the warp drive and its stuff, but you can access them through here. And for warp, I should be able to just go bada bing, bada boom, and put the pentaxic crystals in there. So let's go back up to the ship, or up to the shuttle, and get them. First, let's name this Orbital Landing Platform. Plain and simple. And I put these pentaxic crystals up here, so let's get 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I don't know how many I'm gonna need. 5, 10. Alright, I can hold 25 in the warp drive. So let me put these back in here. And basically, for storage and everything, I will use the shuttle as my storage because it's the only thing that's going to be locked, that's going to be docked on here. So, that's the only thing I'm going to actually have storage and food processing and all that on. So, we can get on here, go to our map, go to the systems. Omicron, the only place in the galaxy to find Eggplant. Lock target. Alright. You guys ready? Let's do this. Alright, and we're coming upon Omicron. Very nice. I hope we don't run into any bad things along the way. Now, there's Omicron's moon, but I don't need to go there. One thing I need to keep in mind about Omicron is that Omicron has no breathable atmosphere. So I'm going to need to keep my oxygen stores high. Now, Omicron is the other starter planet, and it's a bit more difficult to start on because no oxygen. The gravity is normal, not light. Actually, it's a little heavier. But it's a more treacherous terrain. But if I play my cards right, I should be okay. because I do have a shuttlecraft and everything. Now, I don't want to go into Omicron's atmosphere with the landing platform, because the landing platform is just that. It's a landing platform for... Alright, I've got 25 hours of power. However, there is nothing that I need to maintain the power on it with apart from the gravity. So I'm going to cut it off, activate my jetpack, turn the shuttle on, which closes the door, bring that up, close that door, open this door, and drive. Undock. And let's head on down to Omicron. First time ever going to Omicron. I have never been there, but I've done a bit of research on the stuff there, so I know what edible plants are down there and things like that, but I've never actually been down there. Alright, and of course, straight away, we are headed straight for the drone base. So let's avoid going to the drone base and hope the ground loads in. Alright, looks like the ground is loading in, or something is loading in. Alright, there's the ground loading in, and those are, I guess, trees. The ground is loading in really, really, really slowly. Okay, so I'm just going to park right over here in this little... Well, that's not a clearing, it's a mountain range. I'm going to find a clearing to land in. That looks like more minigun drones. Unknown artifact. Well. Okay, I have to land a little flatter before I can get out. Come on. Dang it! Don't mess with me! Okay, so I'm going to salvage that drone. And then I am going to save the game, load it, and hope that things spawn correctly. Alright, this should be good. Alright. Now there's another minigun drone over there. But yeah, gravity is a little heavier here. Can I pull the minigun drone over here? And you see, the minigun drone is attacking the artifact, I think. Maybe not. But while we're here, let's explore this unknown artifact, because that looks really interesting. I mean, I'm not completely equipped to do it, but we're literally right here. Okay. Alright, let's get our oxygen back up. Alright. What is that? That is a desert golem. Okay. So let's see. We've got the unknown artifact. Is there a way into the unknown artifact, or is it just there? Are you coming to me, Desert Golem? You're coming to me. You're not coming to me anymore. The Woodwalkers seem to just be wood variants of the desert, or of the golems, because there was the Swamp Golem and the Desert Golem. But, wow! Okay. That's cool. Okay, so it's an unknown artifact, but Is there a way inside? I am actually really curious now. So I'm going to head back over to the shuttle and bring it out this way and explore that alien artifact. Alright, so I just saved and then loaded the game, and trees spawned in like I expected. And they're getting all in my way. So let's come on out here into the desert and look at this alien artifact. I don't see any way into it, no doors or anything. However, like most POIs, it might simply need to be drilled, like dug out. So, good thing I brought my drill. And let's just see how far down this thing goes. Not very far. I wonder. Because this thing isn't very big. Sorry about that. I had to go turn off my phone alarm. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything underneath it that says how to get in. The structural integrity is less up there. Alright, well, like all good things, first we'll test to see if it has an active core. Obviously it does, because I'm not recovering those things. Next, so it's definitely hardened steel, meaning that firearms do not work on it. Which means I am going to have to come back here and use explosives. Now, can I make explosives in this small constructor? Weaponry. Which, by the way, that's something I wanted to do with you guys. The latest update, 2.1.1, introduced explosive devices, which apparently cannot be made in the small constructor. That's fine. So I'll be coming back here with a bigger capital ship and more stuff, and setting up probably a land-based base right near here to figure out what's up with this unknown artifact. But with that in mind, I am here for a reason. I am going to look for eggplant. Now, this is the edible fruit. It's an axe fruit. Nom 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 nom. Delicious. But that's not why we're here. We're here for eggplant. So I'm going to do a little searching around, trying to find some eggplant. And when I finally find some, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm walking around. I killed a spider, some scorpions and all. And I found this thing over here. They call it an otyok, which it looks very similar to the otyok from Dungeons and Dragons slash Pathfinder slash something else. So that's actually really cool. I like that they've introduced D&D-esque monsters into the game. I mean, after all, I am a total D&D geek. But I'm still looking for eggplants. Apparently they're super rare. So I set up a oxygen creation station thing over there so that I can get more small oxygen bottles. Unfortunately, I don't have an emergency O2 generator. That would be cool. What's this? Fire moss. And I'm finding a lot of interesting things. This is also edible. That's cool. I'm finding a lot of drones around as well. But I can easily take care of drones. Drones are no problem. But I'm going to keep on looking for these eggplants. And if I find any, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so here is an eggplant right here. So that's one. Do they perish? They do. Good thing I've got a refrigerator. What is this? Textured plant protein, okay. Oh, that's good against poisonous pipe. So there seems to be a larger variety of harvestable plants on Omicron. And of course they've got aloe. Why would they not have aloe? Okay, here's another eggplant. So it seems the eggplants are commonly found near these little palm tree-like things. I mean, that's where I've been finding them just now. Oh, here's another one. And here's another one. And another one. Two of them. Okay, so I found a good place to get eggplant. That one just completely disappeared. I've had to be keeping an eye out for drones, like there's another one there. But all in all, Omicron doesn't seem to be that bad, apart from the having to constantly worry about oxygen. And they've got coffee beans, and you all know how I like my coffee. Speaking of which, I could use a bit more stamina. Oh yeah. All right. So let me go put these eggplants in the shuttle. Oh wow! Let's look for more eggplants over here first. Eggplant. Haha. So I'm going to keep on collecting up eggplants, and then I'm going to put them in the shuttle, and then I will be back once I have enough eggplants. Oh wow! Yeah, I'm not going to need eggplants for a while. So I'm going ahead and putting a landing pad for my shuttle because it's using up too much power just floating or trying to sit on a non-flat surface. So I'm going ahead and crafting up a like I said, a landing platform in the same style as all the others. And once I get it done, I should be okay to I should be all right. Is that what I wanted? That's not what I wanted. I should be able to land it on here and be all right. All right, that's out of range. So I'm going to finish crafting this up, and since all the eggplants spawn way on the other side, I should be able to come down here, land here, and be okay. Provided that drones don't blow up my base while I'm gone. So I'm going to get this finished up. And I don't remember exactly where... Anyway, I'm going to get this finished up. And I'll be back once I'm done. Okay, so I've got it landed, and it is now using 6% power. We've got 12 hours. But for some reason, even though it's on the platform, it seems to be listing a bit. Because when I turn it off... Okay, right now it's not, but it sort of had to settle, which was weird. But in any case, let's go ahead and put... oh yeah, that's right. You can't do the shutters with these anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to put another steel block here. Angled steel block, and I'm going to color this. No, let's color it with that. Okay, so it's like a ramp to get up to here. The only other thing I need to put on here are these, and this should be good. When I come back with the base, the spaceship and everything, I'll come back and I'll come back with capital ship, and I will there are a lot of drones on this planet. When I come back with the capital ship, I'll put stairs on there and all that sort of thing. I don't see anything severely damaged. So... oh, what? You're not supposed to be that color. Then I'm going to have to recolor you red. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for my expedition. I found one more eggplant part. But it's turning night, and I don't want to be on this part of Omicron at night. Largely because I've never been here before, don't know what's going to happen or anything, but I'm going to leave my oxygen generator and this platform here so that when I come back, I will be able to find this location again, and I should be able to harvest eggplants from this large conglomeration of trees. It's also nearby the unknown artifact, so when I get explosives and all, I can come back and get that and all. So I'm going to head on back to Akua, and, well, first let me get into space and then dock on the orbital landing platform. Hopefully it wasn't blown up. I didn't see any drones in space or anything, so I'm not terribly worried about that. But I fully expect my landing platform on the ground to be, if not completely destroyed, heavily damaged when I come back. Okay, so let's see. Should be right there. All right, and docked. Nearly perfect landing. All right, I'm going to leave the shuttlecraft running so that my refrigerator keeps running, and I'm gonna head on back to Akua. So let's go maps, galaxy, Akua, lock target. All right, and let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna head down to Akua, and once I get down there, I will be back with you guys. Of course, I'm going to dock the orbital platform in orbit, and then I am going to take the shuttle down. So, all right, so I'm back on Akua. Let's go ahead and take all of our perishables that we gathered and put them down in the refrigerator. The eggplant parts I will go ahead and use to make emergency rations. Actually, I need to use this other one because it's the one with magnesium in it. Because energy pills are a medical substance. So, and it uses 1 per. So I should be able to make 25. And then once I get those, the emergency pills don't spoil or anything. So I'm alright there. Let's go ahead. Eat another stew. So in the garden that I have down here, I changed some things around. I planted tomatoes, pear things, wheat, space durans, more pear things, more space durans, and corn. I planted a couple of pumpkins too, but those I just recently planted, so I haven't gotten anything harvesting. Everything in here except for the tomatoes and the pumpkins are usable to make emergency rations. Now, I get 10 pear things and 10 space durans and 7 wheat, although I only need 5 wheat for the bread for the emergency rations. The other 2, along with the tomatoes, are going to be used to make pizzas, and the pumpkins are so that I can make dino stew. So, I've been coming down here every now and then and collecting things and building up the stuff that I need to make emergency rations. So, let's come on back up here and see if our energy pills have finished making. They have. Alright, 25 energy pills. I don't know why energy pills are needed in rations. But let's go ahead and start making the rations. So we've got energy pills. We need bread. I'm probably going to need 1 more bread. Good thing I can use the wheat to make at least 1 more bread. Ham. You're going to need pear thing fruits and space durans. I don't think I'll be able to make 15, but I should be able to make 14. And I think space durans are going to be the limiting factor. Ham. What else do I need? Bread. I'm going to go ahead and do that, even though I know I need 2 space durans per. Okay, so it looks like I ran out of fiber. So let's go get some fiber. I got some right over here, so that's not a problem at all. Bam, right here. There you go. All right, let's go back over this way. And put them into our food constructor. Food replicator, I guess. Anyway, so I'm going to get these all crafted up, but that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit that like button for me. And if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival, go ahead and subscribe. As always, I'm KnowItAllDM, and y'all have a good day now.